Good afternoon. I'm glad that you guys came to this particular class. And the exercise I want to do today, consistent with my approach to teaching and my philosophy, anyone entering the field of counseling and therapy, I think it's important that they get to know themselves. And this exercise, I hope, will give you some insight and understanding of you, the person. It's an exercise in perception. Okay, if you remember from general psychology, you spent a lot of time on the chapter dealing with sensation, in which you went through the eye, the ear, the nose, and you had to do all the anatomical stuff. And you did the same thing with perception, Weber's law, Fechner's law, etc., etc. I'm not going to review all of that for you today because I'm going to be very, very simplistic. The area of psychology concerned with how inputs are registered by the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, and skin is what we call sensation. This is how we gather information about our environment. Now, perception involves the interpretation of sensory input. So, here's your simplistic definition. Sensation is traditionally defined as the process of stimulation, and perception is defined as the process of interpretation. Learning statistics. Here's some fiction and fact for you. We learn 1% through taste, 1.5% through touch, 3.5% through smell. I got a gift of a large nose and that's all I learned, but we'll go further. 11% through hearing and 83% through sight. So you can see our visual sensation is the way we gather a lot of data. All right, I'm going to ask you to write down what it is that you see in the following plates. Take a couple of minutes, no, a couple of seconds. Look at this. Tell me what it is that you see in this particular plate. Write down what it is that you see. Okay, moving on to the next plate. How many triangles can you count in this figure? How many triangles? Well, let me go back. All right. How many squares can you count in this particular figure? I'll give you a little bit time on this one because there's a lot of squares. Okay, got an answer, put it down. Okay, in this particular figure, what do you see? Okay, moving on. You got something? What do you see in this figure? Okay. Now, what do you see in this particular figure? Okay, let's go get a review now. Okay, this is our first plate. What is it that you see in this? Anyone want to volunteer here? What do you see, Laura?
Shrubs and bushes and trees.
Shrubs, bushes, and trees. Come on up here and point that out to us, please.
Like, to me, this looks like a grass pathway here, and this, to me, looks all like shrubs and bushes. Might be a tree over here.
Okay. How many people can see that? Raise your hands. Okay, that's pretty good. Laurel, see it?
Yeah, I see something else though.
You see something else. What do you see?
I see a dog sniffing the ground walking towards the tree.
Okay, let's go. I want to point that out to us.
I
She was right about the, well, right, in my perception, the grass is here with the tree, but there's a dog right here, sniffing the ground. There's his ears and his head.
How many of you can see the dog sniffing the ground? Raise your hand.
I said a figure. I didn't know if it was a dog or just like
Okay.
someone chilling.
Kind of see it now.
Can you see that? It's a Dalmatian. And as she pointed out, this is the Dalmatian snout, the body, the legs. So anyway, did anyone see anything other than that? Okay, so we can see the tree and the bushes, and we can see the Dalmatian, correct? Okay, great. How many triangles did you count? Very quickly. Laurel.
8.
8.
13.
How much?
13. She's
Oh,
watching.
Laura? 8?
7, but
7, but 8? 13, you're the big one. Come on, Jamie.
No, I just kind of did as many and then you turned it, so I kind of added a couple.
Oh, you didn't want to stay with the 13? Could you point out 13 if I asked you to? Or come close to it?
Maybe.
Yeah, why don't we do it? Because there's more than 8.
Well, obviously there's the big one,
Yes?
and then so we can start small. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I didn't count that one.
That's your
So
8, right?
So then this is 1. That's 9, 10, and then 11, 12, 13.
All right, can you see that, guys? So more than 8, right?
That one's 114, so obviously.
Actually, there are 16 triangles in this figure. Very good. Okay, the squares. Let's go. Numbers again. How many?
25,
25.
27.
27.
31.
27.
56.
How much?
56. Again, adding on.
Sweetheart, come on. She's on a roll. Let's go. This is going to be hard to show, but it's going to show you there's more than 27, which seems to be the consensus.
Okay, so we have the big one again. 1, this one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and then we can even get bigger, so 33,
Wait a minute.
33, is this here?
Yeah.
And then same thing over here, 34, 35, yeah, so just
Okay,
make it.
there you go. There's 56
I don't even know.
squares.
Thank you.
Actually, I think there's 46. But you want to add 10, you know, with your visual acuity, go right ahead. That's great, though. But there's more than 27. Okay, what do you see in this figure? Go ahead, Laura.
I could see two things. If I looked at it one way, I could see the side view of a woman with a hat on, but then I looked at it from another angle and I saw an old man with a big nose and mustache.
Okay, so you see 2 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone see 3 figures? Ah,
I see a duck.
a duck?
Yeah, it's like an animal. Let's see. This is a duck. The beak. And then I see Nietzsche, the old man.
Okay. Does anyone see a duck? Want to point the duck out again one more time,
Sure.
please? This is the duck right here. This is the quack quack part.
That's the
Can you see it? Can you see the beak and the feathers here? Actually, though, there are 3 figures. This is the classical grandpa, grandma, daughter. Okay? How many of you see the woman? You all see the father with the mustache, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you see the young woman? Does anyone see the old woman?
I found her.
You found her.
Yep.
Do we see all 3? Laura, struggle.
I don't know where the old woman. Oh, I see the old woman.
You see
now.
the old woman now? Okay,
Yeah.
this is classic in terms of perception. Okay, this is a nice little scene here. What do you see here?
There's people
Come on, shout out.
People looking at a lake.
Okay, people by the lake looking
Tree
out.
hovering over them.
Nice romantic scene, right?
I see a baby.
And you see a baby.
Oh, I see the baby now.
Do you see the fetus?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the fetus. These are the toes.
Oh.
This is the body, the head.
Wow.
I knew there was something.
Okay? So here we had these two people looking at the lake, planning on what they're going to do later on, and then look what happened. Little fetus there. Okay, last, what do we see here?
I know that we're supposed to see dolphins, but I see an erotic love scene.
Okay, knowing my reputation, actually, they're dolphins. Not the erotic picture that you are seeing.
My bad.
Here's your dolphins. Can you see them?
No.
Oh, now I can.
A school of dolphins.
Oh,
No.
I can't see it.
Oh, now I can.
they're the shadows.
Oh, there's shadows.
And then there's that erotic picture of this guy feeling this young girl up or whatever. Which Alyssa tuned into right away.
Yep, my bad. That's all I got.
Okay, you're not alone.
Okay, so,
Not into aquatic scenes. Probably why.
all right, so again, basically what we're saying here is we're all looking at the same stimuli, visual stimuli, but we're coming up with different interpretations. Now for our first discussion on the discussion board or whatever, which comes later, I'm going to want you to deal with your conclusions. As it pertains to a therapist in training, I have concluded 1, 2. And what I'm looking for here are what variables are essential for someone to be an effective counselor, period. That's something that you guys can fill out on your own. That's it for this presentation. It's been a lot of fun.